part 3 of the how to drive manual in a semi. I had a request for an RPM view. I can't remember whose name it was that asked for it, so I apologize for that. It's all going to depend on your motor. My truck's got a C15 cat, and from what I was told by my trainer, this one likes high-end RPM. So you want to look at your peak torque range. So whether you have a Detroit, Cummins, Cat, you want to look at your peak torque range, and that's where you're going to want to be pulling all the time. So right now, you can see I'm sitting at right about 1600. I'm in 8th gear, doing about 40. Now I'm at 1700, and it's not really screaming too much. So now if I go up, I'm gonna let off, it just slides right in, and now I'm at 1400 RPM. Now when I get to this stoplight up here, I'll be able to show you a little bit better of going through more gears and downshifting and stuff. But you'll notice when I downshift, you'll notice when I upshift, it drops right back down to 1500. Now when I was working at Old Dominion, we wanted to shift at 1500. Now I'm shifting at 19. So before I was bogging this motor down because I was just doing what I knew. I wasn't taught otherwise. And then a little while later, my trainer had mentioned to me how I want to have a little bit of a higher RPM. So now if I'm to downshift, I'll slow down a little bit. So you can see it's going down to about 1400. We'll just blip. It slides right in. So with these ones, at least this cat motor, and then we'll go back down, or back up to 9. So with this cat motor, when you're rev matching to downshift, what I was also taught was just give her the beans. Because I was used to, again, at Old Dominion, you would just have to give it a little blip of the throttle, and it would have enough RPMs to bring you to where you needed to be. So when I start slowing down up here for this intersection, you'll notice the RPM's kind of bouncing all over the place as I shift through. But again, this all just takes practice. Like, I don't even look at the RPM, the tachometer, if you want to call it. I don't look at the RPMs anymore. I go based off of listening to the motor and the feel, because I've driven this truck for a couple months now, so I've kind of gotten used to it. And the same thing will happen for you. So we'll start slowing down. We'll take it out of gear. So notice how I sent it right up to 1900. So we'll do the same thing again. Take it out. Slides right in. So see right there, I didn't give it enough RPM. So now we're at a stop. I can't go. Of course, it's wicked busy now when I'm trying to pull out. I usually slide right out of this road. All right. So I'm in 2nd gear. Just because I can be. Fourth, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, I started making was, say, like now, I'd go to 10. So see how far down I drop? And listen to how much that motor bogged down, right? So now I'm put to the floor trying to accelerate. Nothing's going on. So now if I downshift to 9, I can actually give it some juice to accelerate. So that's one of the things you want to pay attention to, is what RPMs you're at for what cruising speed you're at. Because now, the other thing too, that peak torque range, that's also when your jakes are going to be, this is again what I was told, that's also, and I don't know if this is just for the C15s or whatever, but your peak torque range, whether it's, I think it's like, this one's 15 to 1900, say, that's also right around the peak of where my jakes are going to help, and they're going to work the most. So when I'm cruising in this gear here, if I'm right here at about 1800, it drops right down. But if I were over here and I'm in 10th gear, it doesn't really do anything. That one I didn't give it enough juice. So you just gotta play around with it. You get used to it. Like, I still grind gears all the time. Every single one of the videos that I make, I'll grind at least 3 times, probably, here and there. So right now I'm bogging a little. We'll go down to 8. And there we are. So now we're at 45 miles an hour, kind of running towards the top end. And there's school buses everywhere. So it's good to have your jakes ready. But so now if I'm at 19, she drops us right down. So just play around with it. I hope this helps. You kind of just got to get the feel for it, as it's really all, like, I mean, I could explain it perfectly to you and you can understand it in your head, but until you apply it, I think I said this in both of the other parts, until you really apply it, you're not really gonna know. Like, I knew what I was doing, quote unquote. I knew what I was doing with the technique. As far as physically doing it, that's where I was lacking experience. But now it's kind of second nature. I don't really think about it. If I'm like zoned out coming up to an intersection, I just kind of bang through gears up and down. It's just one of those things that the more you do it, the better you'll get. So don't be discouraged if you're trying to follow along these 3 videos and you feel like you're not getting it. Just get some more seat time, keep messing around with it, shift up and down. And what I do also is, instead of just shifting down to 5th and then stopping, practice downshifting all the way down to 1 for first gear, for like red lights and stuff, just to get the feel for it, just so you get used to going through the pattern all the way up and down. Like, I never downshift all the way to 1, rarely. I just do it for fun. That's about it. But when I was learning, that's what I would do. So now we'll drop. And that one went in a little bit under 1900 just because we're doing 35 miles an hour. So it all depends on your speed and your RPM and whether you're up a hill, down a hill. So just keep playing around with it, and I hope this helps. And watch some other videos too. You don't have to just watch mine. If you feel like you're not getting it fully, watch somebody else's as well. Maybe they have a different way of explaining it. Because my biggest thing is I just want to help you guys out as much as I possibly can from a newer driver experience. But anyways, this is just going to be that quick video. I'm going to look and see if I hope this is enough content for it. It's going to only be like 5-10 minutes. It's only going to be like 5-10 minutes. But I hope this is what you were looking for, and I hope it's a good addition to the series. And like I said, if you have any other questions, or you have other stuff you're looking at, or if you have other questions, or if you have other things you want me to do, let me know, and I'll definitely make a video.